My name is Deborah Hernandez. I am an online master's student at Grand Canyon University. This course is EDU-528, and this video was recorded in November of 2020. This video is about rights and responsibilities. So, the legal status of students attending a higher education institution basically means that students are recognized under the federal Constitution as persons with their own enforceable rights. What are students' broad rights while attending a higher education institution? Well, this means basically that students have rights, and the rights are connected to various laws. So students have the right to access and affordability of education. Students have the rights to civic participation. Students have the right to influence decisions on their college campus. Students have the right to deeper learning. Students have the right to diversity and inclusivity. Students have the right to due process. Students have the right to free expression. Students have the right to modern technology. And students have the right to positive school climate. And each of these rights is connected to various laws, such as Title IX, such as privacy acts, like FERPA. They have the right to due process, as mentioned, so they have the right to understand the laws that govern the school and also have the right to question them. So these are all connected to different laws, broader laws, but these are students' broad rights. Contractual rights of students mostly have to do with things like housing and food services and loans. I certainly know that as a student with who has a federal student loan. This kind of funding has certain rules and regulations attached to it, and one of them is that I maintain a certain GPA average, or they'll take the money. But other contracts that are important with students who engage in a secondary education are the obligations that the school puts forth, the details about curriculum and the degrees, or what they put forth in their catalogs, what is written and stated in their syllabus. You know, this has to do also with how the school affords to give you credits and accreditation and degrees and diplomas. This also, contractual rights have to do with how the school has disciplinary codes or actions and what their status is on plagiarism. So having a contract is important for both student and for the school, and they are enforceable. However, it is really important for students to read the fine type and also, understand and know their rights as students on campus. What defines the legal relationships that students have with other students? Well, students have legal rights when it comes to their relationship with other students, but also when it comes to their relationship with faculty and staff. And basically, these rights are framed by external laws, also known as tort laws or state laws, and they are also framed by internal laws. Those are the laws put forth by the school. And these laws, the internal laws can be codes of conduct, housing rules, rules that might pertain to different student organizations. So it's very important for students to understand what these legal relationships are about when it pertains to how they conduct themselves with other students and with staff and faculty. Student affairs professionals have responsibilities when they're working with student files and records. And these responsibilities basically fall under two very important federal laws. The FERPA laws, which are the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, and HIPAA, which is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. And both of these things are protective of students' privacy. FERPA basically protects students' privacy records, educational records, and HIPAA has more to do with the transmission of medical records. And FERPA and HIPAA do overlap here and there, but in both cases, both of those laws can be subject to disclosure of that information if the professional handling that information deems that the student may be in danger and their health may be of a critical question. And so it's very important for the student affairs professional to understand those laws and to get perhaps legal counsel from the school's legal representation, or to go right straight back to FERPA, who has many counselors and guidelines that can help you make decisions when it comes to disclosure of that information if it needs to be. 3 student-focused regulations that govern the responsibility of student affairs professionals. Well, I think of FERPA and HIPAA, and I think of Title IX, the sexual harassment and sexual violence laws that protect students' rights on campus. And I also think of the ADA, the American with Disabilities Act. These certainly are student-focused regulations. You want to make sure that students have accessibility to campus and that they are not discriminated against. And also think about foreign students and their, I think it's important for student affairs professionals to understand a little bit about the F1 visas and the M1 visas, and how that pertains to different foreign students they may be dealing with, and to be sure that the student knows who their designated school official is, their DSO, so that they can be guided in the safest manner to get all that paperwork in and complete, because violation of those things, especially since 9/11, and especially since those offices are connected to the Office of Homeland Security, can be critical, because they can be grounds for dismissal and grounds to actually be dismissed from the country, sent to leave the country. So I think that those things are student-focused regulations that are the responsibility of the Student Affairs Department, at least to guide students in the right way and to know when to report and document, and to know how you can best serve the students so that they are in a safe environment, and of course respecting their privacy as well. And that's it. Thank you.